Jesus Disciples Seminary.
Revelation, Section 5. Revelation chapter 8.
Teacher Bob Reed.
Chapter 8. The church here, the specific view is the avenged, 8 through 11, protected and victorious. The chapter 8 is the seventh seal. Now, the seventh seal introduces, usually, sometimes it's complete, sometimes the seventh introduces the next set of things that are going to happen. That is, the completeness of this takes you right in to a start of another category across. And it's so written that way, so I can't change that. As we come into here, the seventh seal then becomes the introduction for the 8 through 11. And when he'd opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about the space of a half hour. Somebody said the men were raptured first, the women haven't got here yet. And 30 minutes later, they're coming. So there's all this silence. I don't think that's true.
I believe it.
I got a believer here, all right.
He'll believe anything, though.
All right. And I saw the seven angels which stood before God, and to them were given seven trumpets. So you have seven angels. The main thing here is to think not only of the angels, they're merely the servants of it, it's the trumpets that are important, because trumpets sound warnings. And the warnings, of course, is of judgment. So we're going to see here now the progression of judgment being described. We're going to get it here in these trumpets, because they warn now of the impending judgment to come. And so the angels are incidental to it, except that they handle it. But the main thing, we had seals here. We want to get in and stick with the trumpets here. All right, verse 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints. This is the purpose, the value of the prayers, upon the golden altar which was before the throne. We saw this back in chapter 5, verse 8. The vial which had in it the saints of the prayers of the saints. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before God out of the angel's hands. And these saints are either praying in their own knowledge according to the will of God, and praying, or in the Spirit. They're allowing, according to Romans 8, 26 and 27, they're praying in the Spirit, allowing God to use those prayers, and God is about ready to use them. The angel took the censer, filled it with fire of the altar, and cast it onto the earth. This is judgment. There are voices, thunderings, lightnings, and an earthquake. This is all symbolic here of judgment coming. The seven angels which had the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. Now we get into it, and it comes right back, not in any particular order, but here's seven things coming that can happen in any of the age, down through from the cross to the end. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire, all out of the Old Testament. Judgment mingled with blood. And blood, of course, we get out of the Exodus. They were cast upon the earth. A third part of the trees was burned up, and all the green grass was burned up, and that's mankind. We now move to be on trees, even to grass. It's mankind. It doesn't mean an exact third. It's just talking here in numbers that much of the earth, of the people of the earth, are destroyed in this judgment. The second angel sounded doesn't mean real hail, real fire, real blood. It's just using terms out of the Old Testament to show you that judgment's coming. It'll destroy many people on the earth anytime down through the age where plagues or anything have wiped out great amounts of people or great destructions. The second angel sounded, as it were, a great mountain burning with fire. And we go back into even Jeremiah 51, and Babylon is called a great mountain that falls. And of course, when we get to Revelation, the term the city Babylon is used again. It's a counterpart or counterfeit to the New Jerusalem. Babylon is a counterfeit to that, or an opposing city. We're the New Jerusalem. Everybody's not New Jerusalem is Babylon. The Babylon's called a great mountain or great power. Burning with fire was cast into the sea. Third part of the sea became blood. third part of the creatures which were in the sea, and life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. This isn't one thing. This is any time, anywhere in the world, at any given period, this kind of a plague can come. The third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, which is the Word, upon the fountains of waters, just like the fountains of truth. And it falls upon it, and the name of the star is called wormwood, and it explains what it is. The third part of the waters became wormwood, and many died of the waters because they were made bitter.
There's an interesting thing about that Chernobyl accident. If you translate that word, it means wormwood. And there's
Is that right?
thing being made out of that now. That's the wormwood. Because wormwood is a plant that grows, I guess, and it was where they put that reactor was on, and that's why they named it.
Is that right? Isn't that something? Yeah. Well, anyway, here, the rivers and fountains of waters, which is contrasted to God's rivers and waters that he has over in Revelation for us and symbolic of, the wormwood is the word becomes bitter to the people. They don't take the word. They don't accept it. Therefore, the bitter is it causes them to die spiritually because of it. They're made bitter, and it's twisted, it's added to and distracted, and it kills them. It's a gospel that's no good. The fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun, we have it here again, is smitten. Here's darkness coming upon many parts of the world spiritually. Third part of the moon, third part of the stars. Notice it's a third of everything. Doesn't mean that literally, it just means portions, wherever they'd happen. So as a third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. And I beheld and heard another angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe. These are yet to come. We've had 4. There's 3 woes yet to come. Just like we started one time with 4 horsemen and ended up with 3 others. Now we've had 4 angels. Now we end up with 3 that are going into woes. Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels which are yet to sound.
Search Jesus Disciples Seminary at Amazon.com for a companion textbook to these videos.